The room smelt of the scent she had bought at the Japanese shop. Gurov looked at her and thought, what different women one meets on one's travels. There was a watermelon on the table. He cut himself a slice and began eating. In the long silence that followed, Anna Sergeyevna looked increasingly miserable. It's wrong, she said finally. You will not respect me now. Gurov was bored, irritated even. This naive remorse was so unexpected and inopportune. It was like she was acting a part, comically dejected, like the sinner in a bad old religious painting. And yet those were real tears in her eyes, and he found himself strangely touched. I don't understand, he said softly. What is it you want? God forgive me, she said. I'm a cheap, contemptible woman. The solitary candle burning on the table threw a faint light on her pale, unhappy face. Come now, said Gurov smoothly. Mustn't be hard on yourself. She shook her head. I have been deceiving myself for a long time. I was just 20 when I married, and I've been so unhappy since. I told my husband I was ill and came here. Pressing close to him, she hid her face in his chest. Please believe me, she pleaded. I wish I could live a pure, honest life. Hush, hush, he muttered. Looking into her eyes, he kissed her while mumbling soft, affectionate, comforting reassurance. Little by little, her gaiety returned. Afterwards, when they went out, the seafront was deserted. The town had a death-like air, but the sea still broke noisily on the shore. A single barge was rocking on the waves, and a lantern was blinking sleepily on it. They found a cab that took them to Orianda, the pretty coastal village. There they sat and looked out to sea in silence. Sitting beside this lovely young woman in these magical surroundings, the sea, mountains, clouds, the open sky, Gurov felt a sense of wonder at the beauty of the world. Barely visible through the early morning mist were white clouds drifting over the mountain tops. Out at sea, a steamer was approaching, lit by the glow of dawn. There is dew on the grass, said Anna Sergeyevna after a silence. Yes, it's time to go back. Over the following fortnight, they met every day at 12 o'clock on the seafront. Then they spent the afternoons and evenings together, eating, drinking, walking, sometimes joining the cruises along the coast. Anna Sergeyevna was increasingly troubled by jealousy. I am sleeping badly, she told him, and getting terrible headaches. I keep asking myself whether you really love me. He tried to reassure her that he loved her and that she was fascinating and beautiful, but again and again she would circle back to this fear. Yet despite these taxing conversations and the oppressive heat and humidity, Gurov was thriving. He loved the smell of the sea and being around well-dressed, well-fed people. It made a new man of him. Often, in the square or gardens, when there was no one near them, he would suddenly kiss her passionately. And most evenings they drove somewhere out of town, to Orianda or to the waterfall. These little trips always lifted their spirits. In the third week, a letter came from her husband. There was something wrong with his eyes, and would she come home as soon as possible? Anna Sergeyevna hurriedly prepared to leave. This is for the best, she told Gurov. It's our fate, our destiny. He went with her to the station and helped her into her compartment. When the whistle blew, she said, "Let me look at you one last time." She did not shed tears, but seemed sick with sadness. "I shall remember you, think of you," she said. "Be happy. Please don't think badly of me." The train moved off rapidly. Its lights soon vanished from sight and the sound faded away. That sweet delirium, that madness was over. Alone on the platform, Gurov gazed into the dark distance, listening to the chirp of the grasshoppers and the hum of the telegraph wires. Another episode in his life was at an end, leaving nothing but a memory. He was moved, sad and conscious of a slight remorse. This young woman had not been happy with him. Yes, he had been genuinely warm and affectionate with her, but he was almost twice her age. Had he presented a false version of himself? One that unintentionally deceived her? Perhaps it was just as well that they would never meet again. Here at the station was already a scent of autumn. It's time for me to go back north, thought Gurov as he left the platform.